Welcome to the INSEVIS video tutorials. My name is Fabian, and today I will show you the details about MQTT for the INSEVIS IoT devices. MQTT stands for Message Queuing and Telemetry Transport Protocol. This is now an established standard protocol in the IIoT domain. It's based on the publish and subscribe principle, which means messages can be published and others want to receive those messages, subscribe. The structure is like this. In the middle sits a broker, and there are many clients. These clients can send and or receive messages, and they are switched through the broker. Our devices themselves are not a broker. They can only act as a client. I'll show you the setting we need to do now. Multiple brokers can be created, but only with one client at a time. Supports both birth and last will messages. These work so that a device can report when it is there. A connection and says, hello, here I am. And likewise with a last will testament, it can say, hello, the connection has been lost. That is, if someone has subscribed to the whole thing, then a message is immediately delivered to the subscriber. And the subscriber, seeing that the connection has been lost, for example, can react. Now let's look at the settings for the broker. The name of the broker is freely selectable. We just have broker Zo here now, but it could also be called broker company XY. This is the URL, the IP address with which our broker can be reached. In that case, this would be this computer. The client ID is also freely selectable. Our device is now called gateway test. Let's move on to the last will topic and to the message. That means if the connection is dropped, the topic would be Ade, and it would say Ade, so it says goodbye. Then we come to the quality of service of the will. Level 0, it says, would probably be sent once. Level 1 means it will be sent at least once. And level 2 means it will definitely be sent exactly once. After that, we come to will retain. Let's want that the last will message is sent. Here it is now on X. If we put a check mark, it will be sent. Now we come to the birth topic. Our birth topic is hello. The message is who. That means our device will announce itself when the connection is established with hello who and make clear, here I am. Here we have the quality of service set to at least once. Is the same as the other one. We can now set that to exactly once, or possibly set it to once, and we have the check mark set yes. We want our device to report. If it has a connection, then the next thing we see here is the status. This is our MQTT is up and running. We can ping that as well. Yep, we have now to the computer here a relatively high ping of 1,000, but that doesn't matter in this case. The changes can be saved as always with save to device. With export, a CSV of it can be created. And of course, several MQTT broker connections can be created in each. As a client, we would be there and could send then here or so the same or something else, depending upon as desired. Now, do we move from the brokers to the data points? Here at the data points, it actually looks quite familiar. The connection is, as always, our PC 1017T. The variable here we can select from a list when we create something. We can select the broker from the list. At this moment, we have here the broker Zo. Here is our write topic. That means if we want to send a control command to our PLC, it must have this topic, and then added afterwards the value. The read topic is what is output. That means if now someone who somehow, for example, here changes the temperature, would be as output. Temperature in degrees and then the value. Then we have here the quality of service. This is analogous to the previous ones. 0, 1, and 2. Read retained means when I have selected that, the connection is started. Our client first reports and gives the current values there. We have set it to yes. Then we have the string conversion here. That means the various things are actually normally exported binary from the PLC. And then here they would be converted to a string. And lastly, the comment field. Here you can add a comment. As always with that, I could add another data point. Would now say alert 1, why not? 0, but we still have the test broker. Then we can ship to that read and write topic. That is the gives off alarm. Alarm triggered is best avoided, by the way. Make underscores instead. And it is best to avoid umlauts as well. Now I would have added another point. Can you just save the whole thing? And next we look with the broker once. So I've now quartered the window here. Up here on the left, we still have our edge HMI and gateways respectively. Then I open 3 command cells to show you how the whole thing works with the Mosquitto then, and how it looks here. Let's start our MQTT server now. I'll do that down here in the right window where I'm sitting. Starts immediately and is all available now. That is, it will now be able to forward messages appropriately. We get messages of pressure and temperature here, of course. We have also mapped this here in the web visu in the same way. We have once the temperature and once the pressure. And now we would like to subscribe. Sub for subscribe, V for the amount of information we get here now. So everything is displayed, and as addressed, the local host is given. Of course, you can also write an IP address here, depending on what you want to reach is stationed. If I fill in the whole thing, we'll see hello right away. Unza checks in with his birth message and tells us, by the way, the pressure in the boiler is currently 0 bar and the temperature is 0 degrees. So, of course, now we say to ourselves, let's change that and increase the temperature. We see here, every click is also a line here. And then let's ratchet up the pressure. This also changes here immediately. Now, of course, we might want to be able to get and look at more than just machine data. We may also want to send machine data to the AT. Then for that, we don't have to subscribe, we have to publish. That's where we do a Mosquitto pub to the local host or IP address on port 1883. The topic in the case is set pressure, and we want to set the value back to 0. Already the pressure drops. At the same time, we see here the command set pressure went through the MQTT, and it has here then also equal shows the pressure to 0. That means both this command from here was received here, as well as the feedback yes. We changed it from here. The same goes with our other topic, of course. Yes, the temperature. We can also bring that back down to 0, for example. We can, of course, write in here any control values at M, as you see. 60 set. So that means the communication then sort of goes from here to here and to there. Or else from here via the broker to here. I'll change something here in the PLC. No one here will. Only here. Someone gets everything. Yeah, that as a little description on the stories. We used, as you saw, the Mosquitto in its version 2.15. I'll put the prompts that are in here in the video description as well. However, if you're using other brokers, clients, or similar, maybe with a graphical interface, then this here is, of course, not a tutorial, but it is rather to be understood as a functional principle, because there are simply for manifold variants how to set up the whole thing. Interesting, of course, only what we have configured here in our IoT device, because that's what it's all about for you in the end. That's it for MQTT. Thanks for watching. See you next time at INSEVIS Video Tutorials.